Hey Kevin, how's it going? I got your email, and I'm really glad you're after the CSWA because it is a really helpful thing to have. If you're interested in engineering or anything like that, it's great. It's yeah, it is a very valuable thing to have. So you've already taken 255, and typically, what we cover in 255 is right here, SolidWorks beginner to certification. Um, any of these courses afterwards are great. Um, if you're like, it really depends on what kind of learner you are, and you can bounce around between any of these. But if you're like, I want to take the CSWA and I want to figure out what things I'm missing, like what holes I have in my skill set, I would go back, and I'm going to back up. I should have said that before I went into it. It's this course here. Enter. Okay, here we go. Beginner to certification, we were working through there. Certified SolidWorks Associate Prep, so CSWA Prep. That's a great one. And let's just click in here. You're gonna get, this stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's good to look at. Layout of the CSWA is good. Practice is a good one. That talks about the amount of hours to spend just basically becoming fluent. Like if you're learning a language or anything like that, it's the same kind of thing. Like the more hours you spend speaking that language, the better you're going to be at it. So it really is about hours to some degree, for sure. Topics covered is super helpful. You can go through and check all these out. They're all really valuable. This was all developed, like literally, this all was developed with the people who write the CSWA exam. So these look like two separate companies, but I know both the owner of Solid Professor and the guy who writes the CSWA exams, and they're both they both work together pretty well and in conjunction with one another. So it's not like this is a guess, or this is like some I don't know, yeah, guess at what's on it. This is very, very methodically prepared. So it's a very good preparation. And then in each one of these sections, so like drafting competencies, drawing views, at the end, you'll get, a little practice exercise after going through these topics of review. So these are super helpful. I can't say that enough. This little mini course is a great one to go through. The other one that is super great is this Model Mayhem. So 3D Model Mayhem is all of these sample parts that you can draw. And it's kind of like if you were learning a language, it's kind of like sitting down and speaking with someone each time. So at table 1 you're speaking with this person, at table 2 you're speaking with the next person. It's really good practice for speaking the language of 3D modeling and how to kind of dissect a part that you might see on the CSWA. So in terms of like practice time, these CSWA parts will these are awesome. If you get through these and you're like, yeah, I got this, then you got this. Like it's pretty solid. So those would be the two things I would focus on. And I'm going to go back. So Model of Mayhem is great. And then also down here, the CSWA Prep. When the last student that I had that I taught, he took 255 and 259. He said that there was some things missing in the assembly area. So he was wishing when he took it, although he got 100% on the test, he said there were some things on the assembly area that I didn't cover. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So that might be worth going over. He just passed it, I don't know, a month or two ago. But that's a good one. But he did a bunch of these model mayhem exercises, and he did the SolidWorks CSWA Prep, and he got 100%. So I think you need a 70, I believe, is the passing mark. So given all that, that should help you out a lot. The thing that is tricky though is practicing on your own. So Caleb took 255 and 259. So we talked a lot. Like we were kind of going back and forth and texting and emailing, and I was making videos of things that didn't make sense, to him or whatever, which I'll totally do with you. If you email me over the summer, fine, no problem. I'll give you a hand and we'll talk through anything you're having an issue with or the spring semester or something. But it is more difficult to do on your own. Like it is nice to have, to be doing it in a class and you've got, folks around you who are working on the same thing. It's really nice. Or, an instructor like me that's kind of going around and helping. But if you're super motivated and you want to get your CSWA, I'm all for you. That's great. Just give me a call when you get stuck, just like you did, or email me. And yeah, I'd love to help you out. So let me know and we'll get you going. The test, so I have vouchers for the test. So if I don't think someone who's done 255 is quite ready yet to pass the test. Go through some of the CSWA practice and then some of the model mayhem parts, and then email me back and along the way. And if you're ready, great. I'll give you a voucher for that for sure. And then you don't have to pay for it. But I think, watching as many students as I've watched go through this process, I think it's pretty important that you go through at least, half of these model mayhem parts, and you go through and do some of the practice exercises on the CSWA Prep. So, and then I'll send you a voucher. And so that maybe that's in, 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe it's in a month. Maybe it's over the summer. But either way, let me know, and we can keep talking about it. And keep practicing, because it is really valuable for sure. And yeah, keep emailing me. Let me know.